Well, hello there. It's Beards and Bangers, and you come back to episode 2 of Huzzly Bear's visit to Force Tuning here in Leominster, Herefordshire. Reminder of the cast: it's me, Rob from Beards and Bangers. Tom Force is up there. He's about to get a new exhaust for Huzzly, and before we go on the dyno, we are gonna put a new exhaust on. Not that there's anything wrong with this one. This is gonna be. I'll repurpose this or keep hold of it because it'll be useful for someone, if not me. So yes, we haven't gone on the dyno yet because we wanted to get the belts done. We wanted to check the timing, and the timing was out. So it was out by about half a tooth on the rear bank. So we fired it up. You might have seen that in the previous episode. It's running really sweetly. So now that's all been done, we can get the car on the dyno and see if we can do anything with the power. But first, let's get the exhaust done.
Welcome to Beards and Bangers.
So, just a reminder, here's Tom.
It's a Tony Banks exhaust from a 190 that I broke recently. Nice oval tip on it, so we can get that on now.
Brilliant, excellent, right. Won't show you the whole thing again because you know how bolts are undone and bolts are redone up and exhausts are hung. Yeah, so we're going to replace this, which, if you watch the previous videos, it protrudes rather a lot. It's not an unattractive exhaust, but it's not attractive on this car, and we're going to replace it with this. So custom exhaust. Difference we've got here is we've got a little resonator just behind the cat, if you can see that. So we've got our nasty aftermarket front pipe, which was all we could get. We've got this. Then we've got going into the old exhaust here with this resonator, whereas this is straight through.
It's going to be slightly loud.
It's going to be slightly loud, but we like that.
V6, you should be able to hear it.
Absolutely. Alright, so we'll check back in a second when it's fitted, and then we'll have some dyno time. Ooh.
Well, we make proper noise.
Oh yes. Looks better already. After a bit of fiddling and fettling, the exhaust is now on. That already just looks so much better. It's not protruding from the back of the car like a, I don't know, excited monkey or something. So I think the car should be started up. Smooth, but you know it's a V6.
Yeah.
And I bet I won't get resonance at about 50 miles an hour like I have been.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, that's good, thank you. Brill, there we are, right. Dyno time. It's been a long time since I've been to a dyno. Here's the rolling road, got fans that'll get some nice fresh air into the engine. Obviously got our readouts here, so I'll let Tom get the car spun round, and then we'll see what happens next. Now I've forgotten what actually happened, so I'm quite excited to see what Huzzly Bear's putting out. Now the timing's fixed, it should be better, and also if we can get a bit more power out of it, then well, hey, great.
Yep.
He's the man.
We should get 10 to 15 brake horsepower out of it.
Wow, okay.
With about a 20 pound-foot gain in the mid-range.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, let's crack on.
Cool.
So just plugging it into a tuning tool just to get some initial.
Well, so we can read the ECU, read the maps area of the ECU.
Sorry, Tom.
So we can read the ECU.
Read the ECU. Okay. ECU is being read.
Shred.
AX52. Hotel uniform Huz, yeah. Once you know the car's called Huzzly, you can remember the...
Yeah, I remember the last bit.
Yeah. There we go, something happening. Oh. counter is going up.
Yeah, so we're reading.
Yeah. Someone's having some fun on the road outside. I shall be, hopefully, later on.
Yeah.
Let's let that do its due. So remind me, Tom, how did you start the business?
I was working for a company putting Wi-Fi in pubs, hotels, services, etc. on a company, which I hated.
Yeah.
Was treated horribly. And I started breaking cars, basically breaking Rovers. I had one that I'd owned for years, put 40,000 miles on, started failing, started not starting. I learnt loads about it, replaced loads of parts.
Yeah.
Then thought I'm not selling to scrapyard for 50 quid, so I sold bits online.
Brilliant.
Got 1,500 quid back for that. Saw another one in Manchester for £200, bought that. Before long I had 30 cars in the field.
And it all started.
And then started my Facebook group, and then started fixing some and supplying, fitted parts that sold, and it just grew from there, really.
So from one little acorn,
absolutely,
one little broken Rover,
one little broken Rover, indeed, to this. Sound.
Okay.
Right.
The moment of truth.
Now we should turn it around and get it on the dyno.
Right. Well, I'll let you do that. Now we've got the initial readings. Tom's just going to turn the car around and actually get it on the rolling road. I hear that exhaust a little bit. Well, that's nice without being offensive. Already get a little hint of how Huzzly sounds. So that has jumped off. We'll sort that out after the dyno's been done. And I find this fascinating, so I'm hoping you watching this back find this fascinating as well. This is going to get loud, so I may have to narrate this when I get home. Yeah. So we'll let Tom get set up, and then we shall, with bated breath, see what happens next. So the car's kind of got crossed ratchet straps, which are anchored into the floor. It's just not basically moving around and jumping anywhere.
Can't go anywhere.
It is stuck. The only thing that's going to move are the front wheels on the rolling road. Okay. I'll turn away because my personal information's been put on the screen. So Tom's put my information, he's put some data about the car in. We're in Imperial, or American Imperial. Now he's going to put some weather station values in. Obviously that's affecting the density of the air and temperature of the air and all that kind of stuff, so it's important for the software to know that. So the fans on, don't stand too close. recording that, but Tom said it's putting about 170 brake horse, about 178 pound-foot of torque. So it's lost a bit if it ever had it in the first place. So now Tom's going to work his magic and do some clever stuff with his laptop, i.e. talk to the ECU and tell it to give us some more bhp and pound-foot of torque, and then I'm guessing you're going to run it again.
Yep.
Wonderful. So we'll let Tom do that and we'll get back to you in a sec. Yeah, so the new map is being written to the ECU. So once this is done, get it back on the rolling road and see what it's putting out now. So just looking at the fuel-air ratio now, because the map hasn't worked quite as well as he first hoped, so just let him do a bit more on that. And we've got to get the exhaust on properly and hopefully have a fun drive home. So we'll go back inside in a sec once the new bit of equipment's set up. So it's just check the fuel air mixture, and he's put that in now, putting it in the software and rewriting to the ECU. And you're going to making it leaner, Tom. To actually make it run leaner, which is...
Yeah, it's just not making the power it should, so
yeah,
it's not quite right, so we're just smoothing it out to make it right.
Brilliant. So yeah, just adjusting things. Will I get better economy as well?
Depends how you drive it. I'd never say that on a piece of it.
I drive like a knobhead, so...
Probably not.
Right, so Tom's tried another map. What we probably should have done is get the cores and plugs done earlier, but you know, these things happen. So we're going to try something else, and then we'll probably be getting the exhaust mounts just changed so it hangs better, and then that'll probably be it for today. But it's been interesting. So we'll just see what this 5th run on the dyno does, and then we shall probably get this video wrapped up.
Well, I revved it to 7,000 RPM.
Yeah.
And it said 6,980 something RPM on there.
Ah.
And I recalibrated wheel speeds to RPM.
So we're maxing out about 170 brake horsepower. Which gets about 172 tops.
Yeah.
So it could be the cat, because I've got an aftermarket cat that's very restrictive. Could be the coil plugs, could be the spark plugs, could be the coil packs. But the test data is inconclusive, so it's interesting what Huzzly Bear is doing to us today. We should get the exhaust fixed on, and yeah, I think restart another day with this, but it's been good. Huzzly's just done 10 miles on here, 10 miles on the dyno. So we're doing one more test with the dyno recalibrated, because there was a discrepancy come out of the way of the fan, because you can't hear me. I'm going to have to narrate the bits you've already watched, but yeah, we're going to need to recalibrate the dyno because there's discrepancy on the RPM, and of course on a KV6 the vis motors don't open up fully till about 4,500 RPM. So Tom's going to run it one more time, as you can probably hear in the background, and we'll see what happens. But I'm not videoing any more dyno testing, because it's obviously this is jinxing what's happening, or something like that. Yeah, the interesting thing is Tom had someone in yesterday with exactly the same setup as me, put the same map in the ECU, and the car put out 199 brake horsepower. So he's a little bit flummoxed. I'm quite happy, because it's just interesting watching all these things happening. But yeah, we'll see where we're at in a moment, hopefully. Right, so we've gone as far as we can go with mapping today. So jobs to be done are decent front pipe, coil plugs and coils, and then we will have the pleasure of making a return visit to Herefordshire, which I'm quite looking forward to, actually, because it's a nice county and Tom's a really good guy. Thank you, Tom. So I'm going to get this exhaust, just lengthen the hangers slightly so we don't have it popping off, and that'll be us for today. So thank you to Tom and Jay as well, who you probably didn't see that much on the camera, but yeah, we've got over 173 brake horsepower in the end, so a small increase. Yeah, but we're going to aim for that 200. That's going to be the mission now. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already done so, please hit like, subscribe, share the hell, and yeah, I'll see you again on the next episodes of Beards and Bangers really soon. Goodbye.